Hello YouTube! Today I'm going to talk about 5 things I absolutely hate about my used Tesla Model 3 Performance. It's been 3 months since I owned this Tesla Model 3 that I purchased used for $40,000 Canadian. I traded my 2019 MKZ for it, and honestly, it hasn't been that bad of an experience. After owning an electric Tesla, I definitely have changed my view on electric vehicles in general. Is it the future? I don't know, but what I do know is that it saves a crap ton of money if you drive a lot like myself. I know many of you are watching without subscribing, so hit that subscribe button and show your support to my channel. There's going to be a lot more videos coming, so make sure you're tuned. The first thing that I hate on my used Tesla are these seats. I know on previous videos I've praised the seats on how comfortable they are, especially for a modern day car. That still remains true. I think these are very comfortable seats and more auto manufacturers should make comfy seats like this, but the only problem I'm having is they're not perforated. This may not seem like an issue for most people, but it certainly is for me. Why exactly? It's because I do long drives to work in other places and I find my back and butt to get very sweaty. It's honestly kind of gross. This is because the seats are not breathing. If the seats were perforated, air can easily circulate through the seats, keeping you and your passengers cooler. On my Lincoln MKZ Hybrid, when I was using that to travel to work, I never had this issue because it has perforated seats. But with the Tesla, it's a wee bit annoying dealing with all that sweat. If you travel short distances, you may not notice it, but for the long haul, the seats are not the best, at least for me. What do you guys think? Please share your experience in the comments down below. The second thing I hate about the Tesla Model 3 is the suspension. There's 2 things I want to talk about here. The first thing is that the ride is harsh. It's harsh to a point where I can't even have my morning coffee without spilling or burning my lip. Here's some coffee spill. I've never had coffee spilled in a car before. This really goes to show how stiff the suspension is. It is the stiffest riding car I've ever owned. You can feel every single road imperfection being transmitted into the cabin, which is terrible. The second thing I want to talk about is handling. This is a very sharp handling car. The steering is precise, but when it comes to suspension tuning, it's just not there. Doing corners at higher speeds, the Tesla feels unstable and very reactive to bumps, so it's not really confident inspiring in the corners. This is where adaptive suspension would have been amazing. My Lincoln MKZ has adaptive suspension, and going around corners at higher speeds feels amazing because it hugs the roads and keeps the vehicle very stable and planted, even on broken pavement. Anyways, I'm happy to hear that the new Model 3 Performance has adaptive suspension, so that will be a game changer to an otherwise very capable vehicle. The third thing I hate about the Tesla are the sun visors. These are probably the smallest and useless sun visors I've ever used. I like the design of it, but it's just not functional at all. Driving in the sunset is the worst thing ever, even if you're wearing sunglasses. So this is something that it's just really annoying. I hope they fixed it in the new Tesla Model 3. The fourth thing that I hate about the Tesla are the rear seats. They're quite comfortable, but the seat bottoms are very short and the floor is high, so you kind of sit very awkwardly. As you can see, my hairy thighs don't even touch the seat cushion, which feels very uncomfortable, especially on longer trips. It's good for shorter trips, but definitely not for longer trips in my experience. Also, since we're back here, let's talk about the seat heaters. The seat heaters are very strong, which is awesome. But what's not awesome is that you have to ask the front passenger to turn them on for you. There's no buttons or screens back here to turn on the heated seats. I believe the new Model 3 has addressed that issue by adding a screen back here, but I'm not sure why they completely missed that back here. They should have at least put like a button or something back here to activate the heated seats instead of having to ask the front passenger. Everything is controlled through the screen, so the front passenger has to turn them on through the screen. The fifth thing that I hate about the Tesla Model 3 is the lack of grab handles. Grab handles are very important in vehicles. Not only does it help you get in and out of the car, it also is very helpful on longer drives. I know many people don't care about them, but it certainly has helped me, and I think it should be in every vehicle, and I'm kind of disappointed not to see it in the Tesla. The sixth and final thing I hate about the Tesla Model 3 is the screen. Everything is on the screen. The HVAC, the radio. You have to interact with the screen in order to access it all. I'm used to it now. I know where everything is on the screen, but what's an issue is that while you're driving and you want to adjust the temperature or turn on the heated seats, you have to take your eyes off the road for a split second, which is distracting. Thankfully, Tesla has a collision alert system. It'll beep at you vigorously if you are about to hit someone. Thankfully, that system is there, otherwise I would have rear-ended multiple people by now because I was distracted trying to change the climate control or selecting something on the menu. I think there should be some buttons for basic controls. Tesla should learn from Oldsmobile. My Oldsmobile Aurora has steering wheel controls for the climate control where you can adjust temperature and fan speeds just from the steering wheel. That is luxury in my opinion, not going through screen menus. Anyways folks, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys dislike about your Tesla Model 3 in the comments down below. It's so far been an interesting ride with the Tesla. I never thought I would actually like an electric vehicle, especially after driving the Chevy Bolt and Hyundai Ioniq. More about that on a different video. See you all next time.